have with us Sir Rich, Eddie, and Sheila. And we're going to discuss relationships as usual and a little bit of sex.
Oh,
but anyway,
yeah.
caught anyone cheating when, you know, somebody you was with, you actually caught them cheating?
No,
Man,
I
what?
never caught anybody.
I have not.
No, so nobody's never cheated on you?
I don't know. I don't look for it.
Man, what?
Oh.
You ain't gotta look for it to catch it. Oh
Sometimes
God.
it just pop right the hell up.
Right.
You know.
Sometimes your intuition will lead you to that when something ain't right.
Oh, okay. All right. So let me ask you, Sir Rich, what do you think? How has the dating scene been for you?
It sucks. It sucks totally.
Okay.
You got a lot of women who are retarded. Only thing they got to really give you or offer you is their body. And half the time, that shit ain't worth nothing either.
Have you thought that that's all you're looking for?
Well, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Because I'm quick to tell a female that your genetic makeup don't mean anything to me. The most important part of you is your brain. Because see, I can't work with anybody who doesn't have a brain. I need someone with intellect. You know what I'm saying? I would put it like this. Damn near 100% of the women just on Instagram, even the ones who have businesses, the ones who are lawyers and nurses and doctors, got a damn OF, OnlyFans. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You get with somebody and then they'll be like, hey, did you click on my link? What? Click on a what? Bitch, you ain't interested in me. You trying to get some dollars out of me. You're not even being a woman. You're terrible. Because that's what it consistently is in most people inbox. When you're dating someone, people they're inconsistent on what they really even want in life. They don't know who they are themselves. Then on top of that, if you take them somewhere regular to go just to chill, you know, just to get to know the person.
What's regular?
Regular? I mean, a Starbucks. Go up to.
See, I like that.
This is the difference though, in the age difference, right? You're someone who would appreciate that because you come from a different time. The females that are here now only appreciate you taking them to a fucking Ruth Chris and you don't even know who the hell she is. You ain't even smelt her. You ain't touched her. You ain't kissed her. You ain't hugged her. You ain't nothing. But she expects you to go wine and dine her automatically off top. Like, I know you and we've been talking for months. That's not what's popping. I'm not going to spend my hard-earned money on somebody that's not really trying to get to know me. If you can't, what's the difference between being at an extremely expensive place talking to me and being at a place that most people go to? At Starbucks, yeah. What's the difference? Because we're getting to know each other.
You can tell everybody the same thing still.
Yeah, people.
At Starbucks or.
Yeah,
Chris,
so
like
yeah.
Right, depending on. I mean, I just think people that are dating should not go way out trying to be this impressive person until you really get to know a person, because that's where the breakdown comes in. That when you're taking me to Ruth Chris, you're taking me all these nice places, and then I really, you really still don't even know my intentions or why I'm there or why, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then,
or if I even eat meat.
Man, right. Yeah, man. You might, you know what I'm saying? That person might, like, how can I trust that when I wake up in the morning next to you, I ain't gonna be hog-tied with a whole bunch of niggas in my house taking my shit? Like, I don't know who you are. Like, I'm cool. And then same thing vice versa, because you got men out there that are seeking women to do some sick ass shit, and I'm cool on, you know what I'm saying? I ain't with all that weird shit a lot of people be doing. Like,
let me ask Eddie. Eddie, what do you think
about
the dating scene today for you?
Well, if we're talking about Hollywood, see, this is the problem with people. You're not supposed to be dating people in Hollywood. I'm from California, and I'm telling you that people in California, in this land of Hollywood, it's not meant for you to be dating them. You're supposed to fuck out here. That's what I mean by that is, everybody here in this city, in Hollywood, is opportunists. Most of the people are artists and entertainers, and so they're looking to get ahead. And if you can put them in a position to where they can be in their craft, they will exchange their body for that. So if you want to date somebody, you probably should go like down south to the Midwest or back east.
So are you saying
and go to church?
LA is Hollywood?
No, not LA, in Hollywood. Because that's where we're at. We're at the Sunset Rooftop. We're in Hollywood. I can only speak for the.
He speak basically Hollywood.
I can only
industry scene, the whole.
I can only speak for the dating scene in Hollywood because I live in North Hollywood.
Right.
Everybody's opportunist, and that's just what it is. And guess what? I know how to conform and adjust to where I'm at. So I ain't dating anybody. Am I gonna fuck somebody? Yeah, I'm gonna fuck somebody because that's what they want to do. Like, but what I found out about this is like, as a heterosexual man here in Hollywood, you can get some pussy when you can't get nothing to eat. Oh, a woman to give you that before they feed you, because that's all we're good for. Yeah, and I'm fine by that because I can take care of myself. It's like this, and vice versa. Women, she needs it too. So that's what I'm saying. But if you're trying to date somebody and get to know them, you're probably wrong. Well, a woman can't get to know a man in Hollywood because we're probably gonna lie to you.
Okay, but let me ask you this: do you even take the time to even try? You know what I mean? Because not everybody's like that. Not everybody.
Yeah,
you have some people that's really looking for love,
seriously,
looking to settle down. You know, and the thing is, you know, like we were talking about being used. You know when you're being used. You know when somebody's around you and they're just really just there to use.
Go out to eat.
Yeah, every minute they want something because every minute they want something.
You see?
Then you have your girls who is just like, hey, want to go have a good time, Eddie? Can we just go out and have a good time? Like, you know, and she might be like, I got you this time. There's women out there that's like that. That's trying to show you, hey, you know what?
You just haven't met them.
Right?
I'm gonna tell you where I've seen the real love here. Mm-hmm. The real love comes from Skid Row.
Wow.
You ever see these people? They be in their tents, homeless together, man and woman. No, I'm saying I've seen it. These people are in couples. They sleep in a tent together and they do everything together. They don't have shit but a tent, but they love each other. That's the real love here. If you don't bring anything to the table, like as a normal, productive member of society, meaning like not work some job, if you don't have a career, depending on what that career is, the woman is gonna look at your status and like, oh, you're not quite there, so I'm gonna go find somebody with a higher status.
Correct.
So it's all about the statuses here.
So might you be dating somebody who's judgmental?
No, I'm saying you just gotta date in your status. Like me, I'm a 19-year up and coming stand-up comedian, but because I'm up and coming, I gotta stay within my status. So I gotta go meet a chick in LA who works at Taco Bell. You understand? Because that's the same level.
Right.
Yeah, that's the same level.
At the beginning, I get what you're saying.
About that. Because again,
just date somebody on your level.
Like I say, it's not right. You have to get someone that's at your level doing things that, you know what I'm saying? Because when you get somebody that's below you, that has less than you, it's harder because it could become a burden. It could become a burden.
That's not a Hollywood thing. That's
everywhere.
What you fixed it and you said at your level. That's not a Hollywood thing. That's a level thing.
You don't know what I'm saying is, I'm not going to date any person in Hollywood that's in anywhere remotely in the entertainment realm.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because, like I said, if I'm
they're looking
up,
for something different.
If she's coming up, like I said, they're looking for opportunity. I'm going to go date in LA the lady who works at Subway. Because when I'm at that level, if I cheat on her, I'm going to cheat with somebody at that same level as her. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa.
It's the same thing we were talking about, Lisa Ray. It goes back to that again, right? So Lisa Ray, so Lisa Ray, because Lisa Ray says, I don't want to date a man that has less than me because it is a burden. And she said, if he can't take me to a 5-star restaurant, what I'm already accustomed to, she said it's not going to work.
How old is Lisa Ray?
Means she can take her
78.
That means
I'm playing.
How old is she? Seriously.
That means she can take herself to a 5-star, or she could take who she's with to a 5-star. So he has to be able to take her to a 5-star.
Well, she's not even mentioning about her taking nobody nowhere. She's saying period. The man has to be at a certain level. She said because her statue and the level that she's at, he has to be able to meet her there or further, because she's not going to date a man that has less than her, because that's nothing but a burden. She's not accustomed to that life anymore. So that's what she's saying.
So what you saying is, before she deal with somebody that is beneath her, as she's putting it,
well,
she's only gonna deal with somebody that that is either above her or on her level, because she wants to keep the life that she has because she feels like that's going backwards.
She's saying, if I can do this for myself, a man coming in my life needs to be able to treat me as such because I'm accustomed to this treatment already. She does it for herself. It's not even saying a man is doing it for her. She said, I do this for myself. Yep. So if a man come into my life, he needs to be able to bring these things to the table or it's not going to work.
Lisa Ray.
I could do bad by myself.
Pretty much.
Lisa Ray, Vivica Fox. A lot of these women, they're going to wind up alone forever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, these women are in their 50s.
Maybe.
Like, there's no man.
And I'll be one of them too that probably end up by myself because I'll tell you why. Let me just say why. I'm just not going to deal with bullshit. I'm not going to deal with the headache. I'm not going to deal with a person that's constantly, especially if you're a cheater, you out there, you cheating like, I don't know what, making me look stupid. I'm not dealing with none of that. So, my thing is, if he doesn't have a drive, I'm not saying he got to have $1 million. I'm not saying if you don't have a drive to at least want
to do something,
but that's different.
And not just have the drive, but
that's a different statement, though.
You understand me?
That's a different statement.
Guess what? I gotta do the work.
Juice.
Right here, I'm doing the work.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's a different statement because when you say what you just said, that what Lisa Ray was saying, and you said a person has to have drive, right? A drive has nothing to do with your current status.
I wasn't done. They have to have a drive to want to do some things. And then, like I said, they have to, and I understand what she said, okay? I understand perfectly what Lisa Ray is saying, but I'm not Lisa Ray. I'm saying what I'm saying, right? And what I'm saying is, he has to have a drive. He has to have a job. He got to be doing something. You can't just not be doing nothing, or else you shouldn't be trying to be in no relationship. Like you said, you go date somebody at Taco Bell because that's at the same level of what you're doing with your comedy, right? That's what you're saying. So you're putting you already saying, okay, look, because
I headline all of McDonald's all over the country.
Why would you go look for something way out of your range?
Why did he say that?
When you know, like you said, it's going to make you feel less than a man. Especially when she's taking you to dinner and she got to do this for you and do that for you because you can't do it. That's going to make you feel less than a man. I mean, I'm just saying. So now, again, if you stay, I could just see you being a user. Because if you're gonna let me buy everything for you,
don't let him talk.
So you call it user, I call it pimping.
Let him talk. Look at him.
Let him talk.
Don't let him talk. Look at his face.
Let him cook.
Let him look
let him cook.
No. Let him say what he's saying.
No, I'm saying this, and there is such thing as users, but every woman can see a user a mile away. But you got to understand, the reason why a man is able to use a woman for things like that
is because
her
self-esteem,
not her self-esteem. It's because she doesn't love herself. Right. And
that's self-esteem.
Most women don't love themselves. That's why it's a lot of women, like I know, like.
How can you be so general with this? Most women.
No, what I mean by it's not most women today. Like back in the 50s, you had some good women out there, right? Okay. But back in the 50s, 60s, 70s.
Who's from the 50s and 60s?
Like 70s.
My grandmother and them, they would let the man lead. Mm-hmm. They would take care of the house. The man, the man would go to work and take care of everything. Okay. So they would let the man lead. The man would my grandfather had like 11 kids with my grandma and 12 more down the block with other lady. You know why? Why grandma didn't get mad about that? Because everything was taken care of, both families. And she didn't find out until at the funeral like God intended. You know what I mean? Because there was no internet to expose, oh, look what he's doing. Like you didn't start noticing, why does he look like him? So it's a different world we live in.
Right.
And then so the worst thing that ever happened to this world was women gaining their freedom. When women gained their freedom and went to work.
How could you say that with a straight face?
No, what I mean by that is when the men went off to war and the women had to stay and run the factories and stuff like that and do all the jobs that men would normally do, but they're at war now. Women like, oh shit, we can do this same job. So when the men come back, thinking things are gonna be back to normal, it ain't none of that. I'm finna make you a sandwich, babe. I gotta go to fuck to work.
Yes, because times have changed. Times have changed. Things have changed. Yes, it has. But at the same time, a woman still gotta be a woman, and a man still gotta be a man. But if I tell everybody, the person.
But most women today don't know how to do that.
Money is the person the person that's making the most money in the household. For me, I believe that's the person with.
Question.
Yes.
How can you say women, right, when there's women who don't even know how to be women because of the women they're being raised by?
Well, yeah.
The generation of kids raising kids.
Okay, that's
you got mothers twerking with their daughters.
Mm-hmm.
You got grandmothers going to the club with their granddaughters, messing with her her granddaughter's male friends and stuff like that. The entire world has changed. This generation that's coming up from me watching my homegirls have babies and all that. I'm watching everybody. I have no kids because I've been watching and paying attention to the type of people that's in this world. And I don't want a baby mama or nothing like. I need a wife. I need somebody, my queen, that's gonna be on by my side until we both pass. You understand me? Today ain't no none of that. Like it's. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's no real the woman that used to exist that is still in you guys is no longer here in this world, and when you do find them, they're either already with somebody or not looking at a real man and visualizing that's who he is, because it's so many fuck niggas in the world that ruin it for men who really are gonna take care of business.
Right.
And they can't differentiate none of it because it all looks the same to them.
You gotta understand, most of the women who they don't know what the definition of a man for most women is
a sperm donor.
Is what their father is.
Cash cow.
So if this listen to I say this, I stand on this. Most of these women fathers was bitch ass niggas.
You can't say that.
Yes, he can.
Yo, he can't.
I agree with him.
I came from a mom and a dad.
See,
you can't say
that's
that.
a different time.
And I grew up in that.
I didn't say you. I said most of them. If the shoe does not fit, please don't put it on, because it's gonna mess your feet up.
But you're generalizing.
No, listen.
No, he said most. That's not saying all.
Sheila's upbringing was not like that.
Okay.
Now, if I say Sheila, hey, no, I'm saying a lot of women come from like their examples of a man is the reflection of their father. If their daddy wasn't shit,
right,
then that's what she gonna think a man is. He's supposed to run around and fuck around on their mama. But if you didn't come from that, then that don't apply to you.
And not only that, I say men grew up to see, their dads and uncles and all of this player, this and that, cheating, so, and I'm gonna say some, not saying all, but have grown up to see this stuff. And to me, it's a cheating and all of this is a taught lesson. It's taught because you grew up and you was taught to know how to do all these things through watching uncles, daddies, cousins, and so on. When we were growing up as girls, our mothers was teaching us how to keep a man. Keep your room clean, because if you wash some dishes, you better cook, or you ain't gonna be able to keep a man. So we were already getting
do the laundry and everything,
a man and be in a relationship and have a family. Women were. But again, the men were raised differently. Just like I remember my mother used to let my brother have girls come over, but I couldn't have boys come over and spend the night.
Well, because it's in the Bible.
Because of the grooming.
Do little stuff like this.
That's due to condition, some fucked up conditioning.
Are you familiar with I don't know if y'all familiar with the Bible, but the Bible tells us to be fruitful and multiply. So, that's just what it is.
What does that really mean, though? See,
what does it mean? What does it mean for what?
People take stuff from the Bible and they make it their own.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know what it means, but it sounds like they're telling us, giving us some direction to go out there and share.
So this is the Bible.
It's a reason why.
It's a Bible according to Eddie.
It's a reason why. It's a reason why men can have kids all the way up until they're 70, 80 years old. Women, there's a time clock on women when they can give birth. Men can have children, so as long as they soldiers are going.
But in the Guinness World Records, the oldest woman to have a baby is 75.
Yeah, but that baby is off, and you know that.
I want to ask you
what?
I want to ask this question.
He's saying the baby isn't.
That baby.
The baby
Do you
isn't
think
as
she-
everything.
I want to ask you if the man has the most money in the household that he holds the power, or if the woman, when she has the most money, does that hold the power? Do you think the person with the most money holds the power in the relationship?
I do.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hold on.
I do.
What?
No, that's real.
I want to hear why. Why do you think that?
Because it's almost like that person calls the shots. If you and I are in a relationship, let's say hypothetically, and he's a big baller and shot caller, and I'm doing my thing, I would want to, I hate to say it, please him.
Be submissive.
I would listen.
Yes.
Because he can afford to tell me what he can do. If you can tell me what to do, you can tell me what to do. If you can't, you can't.
Right.
Okay, so if we're on an even playing field, right? We're in a relationship, then that means I can say it and you can say it. And because I'm in a relationship with this man, I want him there because he's a male, because he's pragmatic, because of the smell, because of the sensibility, because of everything he brings to the relationship. But we're on an even keel. But if he owns this and that and this and that, pretty much he says, sweetheart, go get your nails done. We're going to Bermuda. I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to Bermuda.
Okay. Let me ask you real quick. What do you feel about that?
I feel yes and no. I say yes and no. I say no because you got some people who don't give a fuck about none of that shit you got, and they'll leave right there in your face. And then you have the other larger percent that's gonna bow down, be submissive, shut the fuck up, gonna take embarrassment in front of other people, not gonna say nothing and hold their head.
Submissiveness is not embarrassment.
Look, I've seen a lot. I've lived in a lot of different states. I party and mingle with a lot of different people. So I've seen different.
So you don't believe that?
No, I do, and then I don't, because you have some people that's not gonna go for that, and you have the other larger percent that's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do whatever you say."
But listen, no. What
if this?
And is submissiveness to you being a slave? Submissiveness. What is your definition of being submissive?
Submissive mean making sure that everything pleases that person. There's really no arguments at all. If it says something, that's just what the hell it is.
But we still discuss. Submissive.
There's some people who don't discuss.
Is not you're a slave master and I'm a slave.
Right or wrong. Some people who have enough amount of money is not going to want to hear no lip back when they talking to that person, because they can easily replace you.
Well, I can't do that.
So that right there, people with enough money can do it.
That's taking care of a man, she can easily
Correct.
replace his ass.
It easily replace him.
Real quick, I just want to hear from real quick because we're gonna have to wrap it up now.
What if so how, like say that's fine. I don't care. But what if the woman makes most of the money and she runs? She calls the shot. The person with the most money, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So what if you're in bed? She makes the most money, and all of a sudden, boom! So knock it downstairs, a break in downstairs, and she makes the most money. She runs. She calls the shot.
Who's
go
going downstairs?
Go down there and handle that, bitch.
Yeah.
You understand me? Because you make the most money. You call the shots. Or do I got to be the man and go down there and risk my life, even though you make the money? So what happens? Who's going downstairs? Because she makes the most money.
She makes the most money.
He's going.
I got to go downstairs.
Yep.
So
because you're still the man.
I know. So therefore,
you still got that.
So therefore,
I got what I got.
So
you got what you got. You're still the man.
Therefore, the man runs. The man is always the leader. He may not be the leader financially, but he's always the leader.
He's supposed to be.
You understand what I'm saying?
But
the person who runs the household is the person who can hit the hardest. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You know what? It's
the pit bull in the front yard.
It is the same scenario as big dick, little dick. And like I say, when you got a little dick, well, let's say when you got a big dick or whatever, there's some good sex going on and whatnot, I'm going to just say this. Women, when they come across that big dick, they ready to go, honey, they're cooking breakfast this morning. They making eggs in there.
And that has nothing to do with money.
No, hold on. Let me start saying. Cooking, they making breakfast, they do. It's the same scenario as what I'm trying to tell you. And I'm explaining that right now. It's the same exact scenario. Because, hold on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So when you have when you have a man and he got the big dick and he's doing all these things, he could be a broke motherfucker, but the big dick putting it down. That bitch getting up and she cooking the next morning. She making breakfast, scrambled eggs, bacon. She's singing in that motherfucker. La, la,
So
la,
you're
la, la.
saying sex is everything?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying to you, it's the same scenario. The person with the most money in the household holds the power. Just like that big dick motherfucker gonna hold that power. And I've seen it. I've seen women with that, because the sex is good, she got the dick big, the nigga ain't got nothing to offer. And she taking care of that. And she doing everything for that. Because of the sex is good. Okay?
I don't like how you singled out the. What about the medium dick? What about if it's like fat? And like,
You know what, Eddie?
I don't have like a big ass dick. I'm just saying, but I'm in the middle. You feel me? Like shit. You single us out. That's kind of racist.
No, I'm not. Did you hear what's her name? Samara the comic? The lady the comic? What's her name? Samara? Samara. You heard what Samara said about the big dick, little dick joke, okay? Who are you talking to? Little dick motherfucker? And then the big dick motherfucker, what you say about that? You see what I'm saying? It's a whole nother language going on. I'm just saying it's the same type of scenario. The person in the household, I say, holds the most money. Holds the most power that has the most money, holds the most power. Is because, again, like we were saying, if I'm ready to eat and I'm doing everything and I got the most money, and again, if you want to, you might say, well, I want to go to McDonald's or something, or I might say, I want to go get some crab or something. I want to go eat some red lobster or something, whatever it may be, crustaceans, and you don't have the money to pay for that. But if this is what I'm used to doing and getting, this is what I'm going to want. Well, no, I want crab and lobster, so I'm going to have to go and I'm going to have to pay for you because you're not going to be able to pay for it. Okay. See, so that's why when Lisa Ray said it just ain't going to work, that's what she meant. It just ain't going to work. You can't put yourself, men, again, out here shouldn't even be trying to be in a relationship and ain't got nothing going on to bring to the table. Especially if you want to hold the place of being a man, okay? You want to hold a place of being a man, you have to be able to do things for your woman to keep her. Or else somebody else going to come.
And that's true. That's true.
What I'm saying? Vice versa. I'm going to have to be able to do things for you to make sure you good. Make sure, you know what I'm saying? Even when I'm mad, I got to roll over and give it to you.
Amen.
Because I'm mad and I don't want to look at you, but I know I got to roll over to keep my man happy regardless. Because he will go somewhere else and get it.
Church.
I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem. Women are trying to look for a man to keep them, right? You gotta understand, this new generation, they're not trying to keep women.
Nothing.
They're like, we're out here just like passing them.
Sex.
Do the men don't want to keep them, or do the women don't want to be kept?
It's both.
It's both. It's everybody's human. Ain't nobody like we just out here fucking out here, and that's what people got to realize.
A lot of people are, and you're right.
But see, the thing is, the only ones who are trying to find love right now is the women that are like 40 and up. They trying to find love because they didn't give up all them whole years. So now they trying to find somebody, and then they want to sit there and be pure. Like, look, them days is over with. Like, nobody, as the older you get, we might fuck with y'all, but we're not gonna work to do it. Like, all them dating years, all them dates, that's for your 20s. As the older we get, like the older, especially men, they're going to get the young girls. Like, if you 40 and up, you're in trouble because this young bitch out here fresh from the goddamn college.
I won't say that because now the young guys are trying to get the older women because they don't want the younger girls.
It's like TK Kirkland said.
Please understand.
TK said, my trip off the older women, there's always a new graduating class coming in every year.
Facts.
Okay. Well, we hate to go, but we gotta wrap it up. We're here every Monday night, 7 to 10 p.m. Come on out and enjoy the beautiful comedy show. Come on out and look in the karaoke. We have premium hookahs. It's free to get in, free parking. And did I mention it's 420 friendly?